Welcome. This is a video that overviews the Theorist in Theory project. This is your final project for EDUCA 2220. It is due by the end of the course. See Blackboard for a specific due date. The goal of this project is to go in depth, to research, review, and present one theory and theorist in depth. And that's because, this is a general course. It's an introductory course, and we're going to be covering a lot in our very short time together. So this is your chance to dive into a specific theorist and their theory. So step one is you're going to choose a theorist or theory. There can only be one person covering that theory and theorist per course. We're not going to have anybody doubling up. So there is a Google form where you can sign up, first come, first serve basis, for your theory and theorist. You can see there's quite a few different theories here. I've got 31 different ones listed. Everything from developmental theories, neuroscience and how the brain works, behavioral theories, social learning theories, intelligence and learning, motivation, instructional theories. You can see there's quite a few there. And if you're interested on the school curriculum side, like Montessori approach or a spiral curriculum, what are those? This is your chance to choose one of these. If there is a theory and theorist that you know of that is not on my list, please contact me directly so I can make sure that it is an approved one and you can move forward with that theory or theorist. But step one, you choose your theorist and the theory, sign up for it on Google form in Blackboard. Part one of your project is in-depth research. For this, you're going to be looking at three main areas for your research. First thing is the theorist. Who is this person? Who are they? What's their background? What job or position do they hold? What other research did they conduct? How do we know that they are a qualified person to be presenting this theory? Second part of your research is finding out everything about the theory. What is it? What are all the main components? Explain all of those components. We want to know, who does this theory apply to? Is it an adult theory? Is it all ages? Is it meant for younger children? Who does it apply to? And finally, settings, situations, grade level. What is this theory? When we look at it and we look at the components within it, who is this theory talking about? Third part are the proponents and opponents. So other theories that this theory is based off of, or any other theories that were built off of this theory. You also want to cover positives to the theory, supporting views. What are some positives out there about this theory, and some drawbacks, some negatives to this theory, some opposing views? Because you're going to see with your theory, there are people that absolutely support it and others that say, nope, this is not how it should be, or that are mixed. For your research, you need at least 4 resources, at least 4. 2 of these resources have to be scholarly work. I will be posting in Wakelet, and you'll see that attached to this Blackboard posting, links to articles and research about each of the theories. You are welcome to use those. You are also welcome to go through the COD library and find your own as well. You just need to use at least 2 scholarly resources. The other resources are your choice. Website, blog, other book. They could be other academic works as well from a research journal, totally up to you, but at least 2 have to be scholarly from an academic research journal. The other 2 can be any of your choice. So part 1 of your project is you're going to really find out all the information about this. Tell us everything about this theory and the theorist. Part 2 is you're going to recreate a graphic of the theory you researched. You're going to see there are many different graphics out there for your theory. For example, Piaget has some, Dewey has a ton, all of them have tons of different graphics that explain it. You are going to create an original graphic yourself. So recreating a graphic for a theory you researched. You want to depict it in graphic form. These are some examples. It should clearly overview the theory and the components within the theory. It should have minimal text, as you can see here, like the information processing. Very minimal, so we can actually see this is the process of learning. Same thing here. And with TPAC, you're just going to have just more graphic, less text. There are tons of examples also throughout the textbook. You're going to see examples throughout our class lectures. You are welcome to use any graphic design tool of your choice. Canva, Keynote, any drawing app, I don't care. I will show you, if you're a Canva lover, how to get Canva, the Pro version, for free. I'll put that up in Blackboard attached to this assignment as well. So, step 1, research. Step 2, create a graphic to explain your theory. Part 3, you have 2 options. Option 1, part 3 is a classroom application. Option 1 and option 2. You only have to do one of these options. It's totally up to you which one. Option 1 is you are going to design a lesson utilizing the theory you researched. I have a ton of different lesson ideas underneath here. Some are K5, 6, 8, 9, 12, or all grades. You can use any of these lessons or any lesson idea that you have. Maybe you have observed a lesson during a clinical experience for another class. Maybe you created a lesson for a different course and you want to reuse that. That's perfectly fine. These are just example lesson ideas, so you could choose one of mine or any of your own. When you pick your first step for it is to pick a lesson topic, and then you're going to describe this, your lesson, in a very detailed lesson outline of, taking that lesson topic and bringing it to life, utilizing your theory. So, example, if you wanted to do students will research and present biographical information about an author of their choice, and your theory is an inquiry-based learning, you would then design your lesson plan. First, second step of what that lesson topic would look like with your theory. You're also going to detail materials, technology, other manipulatives you'll need. And finally, assessment. How are you going to assess the students and what they have learned, and how will you know they have gained what you want them to about that topic, utilizing your theory. So, option 1 is you design a lesson using the theory you researched. Option 2 is you curate 10 examples of your chosen theory in action in the classroom. And we do this because some of the theories, they can be immediately applied to a lesson example. Some are more broad. There's not one specific lesson example for this, but we can see examples of it in the classroom in action. Examples for this can be a social media post by education content creators. There are so many people out there. Education blog posts, lesson plans we find online, lessons you observe during clinical experience. We would need some blank examples of that lesson if you're going to do that. Classroom setup and routines found online or during clinical experiences. So any curation of 10 different examples. And for each example, you want to showcase how this example showcases your chosen theory, what you personally like about it, and what you would change. So it's entirely up to you if you want to curate 10 examples or you want to rewrite a lesson plan to match your chosen theory. Totally up to you either way. Now the question is, okay, Karen, how are we actually putting this together? This, again, is a choice. I don't care what process or what method you use to present this, but you have some choices here. If you want to go old school and write a paper, With all of this information, write a paper that includes your research, the graphic, and your lesson plan. Perfectly fine. We're looking at a 6-page minimum paper. You are welcome to record it. Record all this information. You're welcome to make a very detailed PowerPoint, Google Slides, or Keynote presentation without recording, as long as I get all the info. You could create an infographic. You could create a website. If you have another idea of how you would like to present this, you are absolutely welcome to run that idea by me. But the format is completely up to you. As long as you are presenting to me by the end of the class all of your research, everything you researched, your graphic, and then either your lesson plan or your curated examples and review of each example. So again, you can do a paper, you can do a video, you can do a very detailed PowerPoint without recording yourself. You could create an infographic, a website. You could create whatever you would like. Totally up to you. The sky is truly the limit for your presentation choice. Final piece you're going to see on this PDF is the rubric. In all of my classes, if you've taken a course with me before, I always provide a rubric, and I truly just go straight down the list on the rubric. So for example, research. Do I see in your presentation that you reviewed the theorist with all their information? Or is there a little bit of information missing? Quite a bit of information. Very little information was produced, or you basically said this is the name of the theorist and that's it. We're just going to go straight down, and that is exactly how you will be graded. Same thing with the graphic. Same thing with the classroom application and the format. The only piece that is in the format that I want to highlight for you is that you must include a works cited. So a paper, you're going to put those at the end. Presentation, slide at the end. Video, put up a slide at the end or attach it to the video. Website, infographic, put it at the bottom. Whatever it is, I just need that works cited. And this is out of 160 points. Again, this is due by the end of the course. See Blackboard for the specific date.